Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Carnivores Dinosaur Hunt, where today we actually got a very interesting challenge left in the comments from Wednesday's episode. So let me just pull that up. So, here we go. Dark Brine made a request for a particularly interesting challenge. So I'm going to take all that off, and yeah, I have to pick one weapon, but we're not actually going to be using it. That's why this is going to be a revolver-only challenge. And I need to double-check what all is available on Delphius Hills. Again, it's weird that for this typo has supposedly existed this long, but it's never been changed, so yeah, I don't know. Okay, so maybe what we'll do is we'll do the fog, but we're going to take those off, turn on the pro license, and add the Rex, and I think that's it, because the challenge is only on Delphius Hills, only using the revolver. I can only hunt Trikes and Stratos, and a Rex if it appears, but I have to... Oh no. And if a Rex appears, you have to ignore it. But if a dino does attack, you can still shoot it, but cannot collect it. So this is basically an exclusive Cerato Trike hunt. And the Rex, we have to pass off and leave. The equipment-wise, it's just no radar and no double ammo, so that's why we're not taking that. Missed upgrades, I guess we can keep that. We'll keep all this stuff. I'm kind of tempted to put on the beeper to see... Oh, no. Well, I guess, you know what? There's nothing mentioned for the beeper, so I won't use it for the challenge. But I should probably test and see if the beeper has any issues with that, too. But everything's looking good, so we should be all set to hop in to try Dark Brine's challenge. And if you guys do have any challenges, ideas, etc., let me know in the comments, because I still have 2 episodes to go before I think I'll give the... Well, actually, we'll see how the challenges come in. If I get enough, maybe I will keep going and rolling with them through, but until that point, we'll just kind of see how things go and what you guys recommend, suggest, etc. But we'll hop into a brand new hunt and see how we can do on this revolver-only hunt. Now this is going to probably be pretty interesting. The revolver can pack a punch, but it has to be pretty short range for it. And I don't think we'll actually be out here all that long, because the revolver, at most, it might have 12 shots, maybe? I'll have to see how much we're actually given, because if it's not a lot, I might actually, say, do this challenge this one time. But if the ammo doesn't seem like enough, it may give us the double ammo. But we'll see what we kind of start with. Okay, yeah, we only do have 12 ammo, so it's... Oh, and we're kind of speedy for a moment there. I was just finished recording Prehistoric Hunt, the kind of 2 episodes that are going up this week of that. So I'm used to more like the slower, sluggish kind of walking than how Dinosaur Hunt can kind of have you gliding along and kind of keeps your momentum as well. Well, this is going to be very interesting to hunt with, because the revolver is a very short-range weapon. So I'm going to have to basically be sneaking right up beside a lot of, like, the Trikes and the Ceratos I'm after. And because I have the Rex selected, more than likely there will be one somewhere on the map, too. If he does come after us, I am allowed to take it down. It's just that I can't collect it. And that might also mean, depending on how far away it is, too. Like, if I get it taken down just when it's on top of us, I might inadvertently collect the gems from it, just because, well, it's on top of you when it went down. But if it does die a little distance away, I'll probably have to try to actively get out of the area, just so I don't accidentally stumble into it. Oh, okay, so we got our first animal, and it's a trike. Now, the wind is actually really, really good for us, this hunt. Almost seems like when it's these super challenges, the wind will actually accommodate for us. Yeah, it's kind of sleeping. So I can't remember exactly. I think I need to be, like, within 50 meters or less. Okay, so that was 3 shots just on the trike. So we at least got that one, but yeah, that means we only have 9 more shots left. We'll get that out of here. I do need to be cautious, because that could send things running around, the retriever bot in and out. But I think we're okay. Okay, there's another trike out there. So I'm gonna do a little scan to make sure it's on its own. Yeah, it does seem like it. Oh, actually, oh wow, there's a lot of trikes in this area. Now, I wonder if that's because of how the pro license works. That's something I also need to do some more, tests with. Okay, and there is the phantom sound of the breathing. Now, yeah, it sounds like it's still sleeping right here, but I do need to be cautious. Just because the trikes were one of the ones that really had that bad programming where it gets shot once, it runs away, but then once the fleeing's done, it automatically knows where you are and comes after you. I think it should be, if it gets shot and picks you up from that shot, it'll try charging you down. But if it doesn't and it runs fully off, it should just, like, wander around. I think that is how its behavior is. But I think the Ceratos... Actually, I'm not certain about the Ceratos, but I know the Rex doesn't operate like that. The Rex still operates kind of how it used to... how the Trikes used to. You'll shoot it once, he might go running off and away, but then as soon as the, like, fleeing part's over, it locks on right where you were and goes after you. Oh, okay, so there's something over here. Oh, there you are. Oh, without using the X-ray, it's kind of hard to tell. Oh! Well, he got us there, although the animations still aren't synced up for, like, model to model, but... You know what? I think I am going to change and give us the double ammo. Only having the 12 shots... It just means we're not going to have as much time out as we're hunting. So I'm going to boost that up just to have us hunt more. And I think that's probably all I'm going to do. I'm going to keep everything else the same. Like, I'm not going to give us the X-ray visor, although I definitely do need it from the looks of how we've been doing so far. But if this is meant to be like a challenge hunt to keep you out and really keep testing you, only having the 12 ammo is not really that helpful for it. And even then, it's not like you're adding extra capacity to the revolver. You only have the 6 to work with until you reload, so... I don't think... I am changing it a little bit, but the double ammo is more just to prolong the hunt rather than make it easier. Because it's not like, oh, I got one and one, I'm all done. No, it's going to be... We're going to go till we're completely out of ammo or something takes us down first. And, oh, wind is actually going to be, again, helpful. And we've got... I don't think those are trike tracks. I think those are... maybe ankylosaur. That's something I should... Depending on how well the rest of this episode goes, and maybe what I'll use for the next one, is just to do a little bit more testing of how the pro license exactly works. Like, say I go to a map that doesn't have a lot of animals on it, but I only choose the Rex and nothing else. Would that spawn multiple Rexes per chance, or is it still just the one? It's stuff like that where you just kind of like try figuring out the ins and outs of everything and how does it all operate. I honestly thought the revolver would have been a little bit stronger for how close up we were using it at, but apparently it has to be super, super close to you. Also, another thing about the revolver... Okay, yes, I pretty much want the dot right over where the lungs or heart would be. Oh, Ankylosaur, but we're not after you. Well, that sounded more like something our size. So again, we're only after the Trikes and the Ceratos. The Rex, if it does come after us, we are able to take down, but we aren't supposed to collect. Oh, Parasaur. Well, I mean... You could be dangerous if you run into us, but we can't actually do anything involving you. And off you go. Okay, you know what? I think we'll keep trying for the watering sources. Oh, you're coming back this way. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to stand up and try to get a bit distance away from it. Yeah, you're going to go that way now? Okay. So I gotta remember, for the iron sights, I actually want to not be, like, a little bit below. I want it to be covering the spot I want to hit on the animal. Maybe that's why some of the shots weren't quite landing where I wanted them to. I've always had problems with iron. Always had problems with iron sights for, like, certain weapons. Like, didn't even get much of a chance there, but that's another reason why I'll try maybe another one, just because of how short that was. Yeah, the fear shots takes to kill your prey, more gems you'll receive. I think the big problem here is trying to figure out the balance of, like, how close can you get before they pick you up? So we'll try one more here, and then I'm going to probably... Maybe we'll squeeze it in this episode towards the end. I want to test and see how the Pro License exactly operates. Like, is there a way you could make it loaded with a certain type of dinosaur compared to other hunts or stuff like that? So I want to get a little zoom around first, but I don't think there's anything really right by. Yeah, so that gives us the 24 rounds. Again, I don't think the double ammo really makes that much of an impact for it. I think all it does is just keeps the challenge going longer. Because this doesn't have, like, the power of a rifle, I don't believe. At least so far it hasn't shown to. That's the thing with how quiet the game can be, is you'd expect to almost hear a few footsteps, but things can just come right out of nowhere and surprise you like that. Oh. Okay, so we got a trike up this way. So might as well hone in on that. It's just up this way. Okay. Somewhere around here. At least maybe we can find the tracks and then go forward from that. Oh, there it is. Like, yeah, those 3 shots point blank still probably won't take it down. Something else heard us too, or at least heard the gunshots, but it doesn't seem like they picked us up fully. Yeah, that's the challenge of this one, is the revolver is actually fairly weak, unless you manage to get, like, that super lucky end shot, almost. I don't exactly want to stand up, because that definitely gives you away much more easily. I have no idea where Trike might have gone off to now. Try to find the tracks, and then maybe I can get a better idea from those. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I curved more this way. I mean, this is... Again, I would die for... Die, kill, however you want that phrase to go, for, like, give me Call of the Wild, but with, like, the animal roster of, like, carnivores. Where Call of the Wild and the Hunter Classic, they have all the systems of everything down pat. Just give us the proper... You pick your loadout from a lodge, you go out from a base camp of sorts. And that's where I think Hunter Primal kind of shot itself in the foot. It was interesting, but it doesn't really hand... The Hunter Classic, which it used as like the base framework, is not meant for action or fast pace. It's slow, methodical. It is a hunting simulator. Oh, excuse me. Not like an action combat thing, which you kind of needed for how they tried to put Primal as. I think all you really need is to put like a proper, basically just same progression as the Hunter Classic or Call of the Wild. Well, actually, maybe I would say Call of the Wild more, just so that way it feels like you unlock different equipment much more easily. And you actually feel like you can... You're kind of getting somewhere with more that you play. The one thing about the Hunter Classic going free-to-play is that it definitely seems like there's some pretty lofty amounts to, like, go for just to unlock a new weapon. Like, it seems pretty expensive for how much you only get per, like, one animal you hunt. Unless the missions are a real gold mine, I don't know how easily or how readily you'd be getting new stuff. I've been on the trail of this guy for a while now. Maybe I would have heard him by now, but it looks like there's a whole mess of tracks here. So I can't really tell which way he might have been going, or around, or what. With it being the fog, it's super hard to see for anything here. I wonder if I should have done this challenge more during the... like, just take the day map. Yeah, because, like, I'm right at the coastline here. Oh, a stego. Not even what we can actually go after. Yeah, out you go. Oh, don't tell me. Have I been actually following your prints? Okay, no, I haven't. At least I haven't been following him for all this. So the stego almost have that weird... really remind me of like a carnivore print or a theropod print, because it's almost like the three... Okay, there we go. That's what we're after. Like, it's almost like the three toes, but they have like a dew claw more at the back to change them up, and they're also quite a bit fatter than a regular theropod track. Okay, it was just somewhere around here that... Yeah, maybe I should have done this during just regular daylight, because this is pretty difficult to try hunting on. In its own right here. Well, although this does seem like the way that the trike might have gone through. Parasaur again. Although, is this actually the same one that we've been around before? Because I feel like this is the pretty similar area to the last one we encountered up here. Man, I have not been having much luck here. Like, you'd think for it being kind of contained in a tiny corner of the map, it would have been easier to isolate and refine this trike, but not the case when you have so limited for visibility. What do we got here? Well, they are trike prints, at least. Just have to try to listen out for it, I guess. No, that was a parasaur. Man, I've been at this for a while, so you know what, I'm going to leave this behind, because it hasn't actually been working out for us. I'm going to try to get more inland. Actually, if I would have just kept going this way, I would have had better luck. Okay, just the parasaur and a trike. Oh, and one right here. Let me try more for the lungs. I think those might be easier to hit on them. Yeah, like again, 3 shots and it's still not even enough to bring it down. I thought the placement was actually okay on those two. I guess goes to show that I really don't know where the charts are for, like, the vital zones. Okay, at least want to try to get something from this hunt. Either that or even just, like, get us killed, too. Okay, I think what I do... I may tackle this again, but I don't think I'd actually put myself on the fog maps. I think that's way too... Oh, just Ankylosaur butt. I think I put too much of a handicap on myself, given the fact that I'm only using the Revolver, and now I also don't have visibility at all, too. Although, I can walk by that perfectly fine. Trikes, though, doesn't seem to be the case. Let's see if I can find something. Well, there's something alright. A Ceratosaurus. 4 shots, though. And... yeah, I gotta call it here just due to time constraints. I'd probably look at tackling this challenge again, but I probably would look at doing it more during the day. Because I think the handicap is already pretty hard when you have such a fairly weak weapon in comparison. Like, it says I didn't even get any critical shots on that, so it means I didn't get any lung shots with it. Oh, and a few things there that I could pick up. But thank you, Dark Brine, very much for leaving that challenge. I'll see what all comes in the next few days, and like from videos of Dinosaur Hunt, and what challenges we'll tackle next. But if you have your own challenges or ideas of what I should do in Dinosaur Hunt, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Along with, if you have any other comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave everything down below in the comments. I try to respond to any feedback as soon as I can on the channel. Until I catch you in the next video, survivors, please remember, as always, take care and stay alive.